to talk about trusting in a person. And we're going to talk about trusting in a person that is specifically in leadership, because leadership is so important, and you'll understand why. So let's go ahead and get started. Leadership operates on the basis of trust. I'm going to say that again. Leadership operates on the basis of trust. People will follow a leader only so far as they trust him or her. We look to our leaders. We look to trust our leaders for guidance and direction. But where are they even leading us? 4 questions that all followers, whether knowingly or unknowingly, ask a leader. Does the leader know where they're going? Do I want to go where the leader is going? Can the leader get me there? Do I trust this leader? There's this one example in the Bible that I want to share with you about Moses and the 12 tribes of Israel, and just the promised land that God had promised. So, long story short, there's 12 tribes. God says, to Moses, I want you to, go ahead and send out, some people to go explore the land. What's it like? Bring back a good report, bring back a negative report, whatever it is, just go check it out. And so there's one leader from every single tribe. So that's a total of 12 leaders that go out and check this place out. 10 of them come back with a negative report. 2 of them have a positive report. Okay? Now, check this out. I think about this. If I had a leader that I put my trust in, let's say it's one of the 10, and they come back with a negative report about a promised land, and they say, hey, that was scary, I didn't like it, we looked weak to them, we looked weak in our own eyes, and so I don't think we should do it. Okay? Or you have the other side, where you have 2 leaders that are saying, we got this, we can conquer it, we can make it into the land, I believe we can do it. Now, I think about it like if I had a basketball coach or any kind of sports coach in general. If you have a coach that forfeits before you ever even get a chance to play or to give it your all, that would crush you. As an athlete myself, I'm pretty competitive and I want to play. I'll never back down, just basketball in general. I don't care how big you are. I've played with big people, but I'm not going to forfeit. I'm not going to not try. But what if I put my trust in a coach, in a leader that didn't try? I follow that. I go into that. And now my trust has been put in a leader that actually led me in a way that I didn't want to be led. And these are the things that happen on a daily basis. The way we place our trust, the leaders that we follow are taking us to places we never wanted to be. And then once we get there, we realize it's too late and we got to figure out another way out. And so that's the importance about leadership and the way we put our trust in people in leadership. Even leaders work for someone. Beware of trusting in human power. Power fades quickly, no matter how strong it appears now. If the blind lead the blind, they all fall into a ditch. Leadership determines destination. As a leader goes, so goes the people that follow him or her. I want to touch on another topic about trusting in a thing, specifically status or money. And this is one of those sensitive topics because we all, if we're being honest, we'd love to have status, we'd love to have money. Maybe not all the nonsense that comes with all that, pressure and attention, but we'd love to be able to, have some financial freedom and be able to do things that we would love to do. And so let's talk about how we place our trust in those things. So obviously you got the example of Judas in the Bible. We all know he was the one that sold Jesus out, and he sold him out for status and money. And so he got rid of something precious so that he can gain status and money because he trusted in it and he felt like that was going to be what was great. And we all know the story. He ends up hanging himself. I'm sorry that you got to hear that, and I know it's sad, but that's what happens when you misplace your trust, and the guilt, the regret, the shame, the bitterness starts to eat you from the inside. And then you make a decision that just ends your life. And so that's why I think that the importance of talking about, is your trust misplaced, is so important, so you don't reach extreme levels of action that crush you and that crush the people around you. There's always a room to say, you know what, I messed up and I want to change and I want to fix my heart and I want to just make better decisions. And you have that opportunity and you can do that, but you need the right people around you as well. And so getting back to the status and the money, right? If you trusted in your status, if you have trusted in your work and the money you make, what has the outcome been? We'll get into it later too, because I'm going to share a lot of examples in my life of where I've actually done this in my own life. All of these different topics in leadership and status and money, and the one that we're going to get to next as well. I'll share those at the end, so stay tuned. But these are all important topics that we all go through. And so I just want to touch on these that are in history and from the Bible as well. So what if that status can't be maintained? Will you be okay, or will it crush you? What if the work you have and the money you make changes? Will you still see your value, or will you feel insignificant? Do they, meaning status and money, completely satisfy? Or is something still missing? The bush or the tree is all up to thee. Don't go around placing your trust carelessly.